Back on the Anglers Extra pregame show, joined now by the manager John Schiffner for the Manager's Show. The A's, their third straight road game, went to Brewster, went to YD, came away with a win and a loss, and now here in Bourne for the first of two road games against the Braves. We're at Doran Park, and Coach, we'll start with last night. DJ Artis during the postgame interview getting a little bit splashed with some water. You talked yesterday on the pregame show about how it seems like this team is really cohesive and has come together.
They do have fun. They have fun with us as coaches, and we have fun with them, and they have fun with each other. But it's all baseball fun. You know, it's not things that you don't want to see. It's stuff you want to see. You want to see guys, bond with each other. You want to see guys have a good time with one another because they're going to be side by side for the next 8 weeks. With little break, little downtime, so you better get used to one another and like one another.
And speaking of, everyone getting used to one another, there are so many new guys that have come to the roster over the past couple of days. Sean Bouchard and Moises Seja out of UCLA, all the Boston College guys like Donovan Casey and Jake Palomaki. How are these new guys fitting in with the guys who have been here?
Well, we'll see. They just got here, I mean, I haven't seen any fistfights break out, so I think we're going to be okay. We'll see. You never know. Boston College guys, they proved they wanted to fight the last week against Miami, so they might be still geared up. I don't know, but no, they're ball players, and a lot of them know one another through the college ranks. It's really neat. The baseball world, whatever part of it you're involved in, is really small. And you might have played with somebody who knows him, or you might have played with him, or he knows you, and you've read about him in Baseball America, collegiate baseball. It's a small world. Everybody kind of knows everybody, and that's a really neat thing about baseball.
And now you have all these guys who are going to end up being each other's competition over the next couple of years.
Oh, yeah, and that's fun. I mean, that was one of the things we enjoyed so much when I played in the Cape Cod League is that, you played against these guys during the spring, and all of a sudden now that guy's on your team or he's on a different team, and you get to meet different guys. That's what's so much fun. It's we always say that sometimes these guys, and it's not out of, it's just out of you, it's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, is you don't really appreciate what this league did for you as a person for 5 years. Mm-hmm. You kind of, one day you just sit around, you probably, most of these guys are not going to make it to the big leagues. So they're going to be 5 years from now, they're going to probably play a couple years of pro ball, they're going to get on with their life, and they're going to turn on the TV and they go, oh, he was on my team. Oh, he played. I saw him hit a bomb. And you're just going to go, that summer was awesome. And that summer was fun. And it was, wow, the host family I had, they were the best. I better call. $5 years sometimes to appreciate what this did, what this league did for you as an athlete. For me, it was a great wake-up call. I knew when I played the Cape Cod League my first year and I hit 179 and I said, ooh, Plan B had better go into effect. Plan A is still to make it to the big leagues, but I don't know now. So we got to figure out what Plan B is. So there was no Plan B coming out of high school and coming out of my freshman year of college. I had a great year at Providence and came down here and got humbled in a hurry. So that's what this league can do to you. But the relationships, the teammates, the host families, the people you see. It's I still run in. Well, last night, this is amazing. One of our bat boys. Last night, his great-grandfather was an umpire in the Cape Cod League when I played. Great-grandfather, and his grandson remembers coming to the games because he grew up in Harwich watching me play for Harwich. You really?
It's a small world. And speaking of your time in Harwich, your former team, the Mariners, have gotten off to a 5-0 start.
Good.
The Bourne Braves, they're 4-0. How much stock do you put into early season success?
Obviously, they're pretty good. They got something going on. So whatever it is, we can't take it for granted, and we've got to go out and say, well, we're gonna. It's always nice to knock somebody off for the first time, so we're gonna try to do that.
Well, that's what the A's will try and do. Hand the Bourne Braves their first loss of the season. When we come back on the Anglers Extra pregame show, we'll have Catch of the Day, starting lineups, pitching matchups, and much more. Schiff, thanks always for your time.
My pleasure, Jake. Thank you.